to the what was discussed today on the motorcycle, that you are going to the EV motorcycle. And Rwanda is always leading on that. But I would say good afternoon and welcome. Sustainability is a core element for all work here in the FIA, but it's not just an element, but it's also, we know that it is a responsibility that we care about in two pillars of our FIA, if it is sport or if it is mobility. Of course, from sport and mobility, we are constantly striving to create a greener future. The challenges are there, and we do not just do things that to make sure that in the media that we people recognize us in a good way. But no, we feel that we are part of it. We are not part of the problem. We are part of the solutions when it comes to that. We know that this sustainable future will not look the same for everyone. Every region is different. Every demand is different. Even close countries have different needs from that. And then in Africa, the future means looking for green options for used vehicle. And of course, so it is a challenge here. I mean, with what we saw earlier when it comes to the cars that is being sold in some of the countries, and then it's been left over then because of the batteries that they cannot charge, and then how do you recycle them. But today's session, I see it as an opportunity to learn more for the leading voices from Rwanda and, of course, the global community. If we look at the FIA, when we did the decision in the PU of 2026, we all know that Formula One is the pinnacle of our sport. And we had the engines which are now, I call it Jurassic Park, actually. It's 11 years old, but it is still very efficient. So what we did is we removed the HU unit, which is not even being practical for the normal use. And then we made a bold, as you said, we have to have bold decisions. And the bold decision was, which was not very much accepted by the manufacturers. And then in 2022, the PU regulations will be in 2026 was just go for hybrid. We have an efficient engine, have hybrid with it, but then have a sustainable fuel. But then you come to the batteries. Where does the battery comes? Lithium batteries needs cobalt. Where does the lithium battery comes? The cobalt from Africa. But is it through ethical sources? No. So we specified that the cobalt will come from two sources which are ethical, and they will have to be also recycled. So the achievement is that we are pushing is a lot. On the other hand, we checked also with the aerodynamics, and that saved us so a lot of efforts. So the aerodynamics plus what we did, we are expecting an improvement of 70% on the fuel, and that is a lot, I believe. But does actually motorsport really makes a difference in the environment? Not really, because it's marginal. Why? Because the fuel we are using is very sustainable, and we are buying biofuel. We have now, of course, the Generation 4, which we will see it here in the award, which is from the Formula E. But we are constantly trying. One of the issues that we find, more weight, you use more tires. Where does tires come from? Petroleum. And then also brakes. So these are a lot of challenges that we are having. We went to the accreditations for the Formula team. All of them now have this three stars accreditation when it comes to their facilities. We went to our clubs. We went to our federation who said, we need for your facilities also. So we, accreditation. So we are challenging them, and we are encouraging also them, and we are guiding them. But really the responsibility with the FIA comes that with the FIA also foundation, our foundation, that we reach to people and we listen to them, and we can see how much we can be giving to the sustainability. Is it an ending story? It will never be for us, because the challenges is always changes every time. And I do thank the government of Rwanda. The way they think, it's doable. And you know, Africa is, as they say, okay, it's in Africa, look at Africa. Africa has a lot of opportunities, but we have to also support each other, because is it a responsibility for Africa or for Rwanda? No, it's all of us. It is for the generations to come. I had a responsibility earlier this year from the United Nations to be also as their sustainable ambassador for tourism, and that's also moving from countries to countries. So I'll just give you one example. One of the issues is the cars that are waiting in the roads, and then they use our CPD, which is from the FIA. Now we are doing it as electronic. So when it is done as electronic, imagine the time that will be standing there and the engine will be on. Maybe it's a fraction, but collectively, all of us working together, we can make a difference, not only ourselves. No, I do thank the vision of the government and the leadership of Rwanda. I do thank you for attending here. FIA will always be supportive and will always be listening to you.